everyone, and welcome to my channel for my second video on this channel. Today we are talking about fitness. So I thought since it was January, it was a great opportunity to talk about my top 5 essential items for getting into shape, sticking with your New Year's resolutions, and getting fit. I wanted this to be a low entry video. Like, I don't want you to go out and have to join a gym and have to sign up for exercise classes and have to buy expensive sports equipment. I want this to be like a video where like you're like, hells yeah, I can actually get fit this year. Like, this is so easy. I'm gonna go through my 5 items from least essential to most essential. So just also keep that in mind. Like, number 5, maybe you can go without for a while, but number 1, you can. So number 5 for me is a yoga mat. A yoga mat? Yoga mat. And this is literally like just like a cheap rubber thin yoga mat that I actually got from what they call in Spain the chinos, but it's just like your cheap Chinese everything kind of store. And I believe this was €7, so it's on your lower end of yoga mats. You can buy yoga mats that are up to like a few $100s. I've had a really amazing one from Lululemon before. It was one of the really thick rubber ones. You can feel nothing underneath that one. It has like all this super special like sweat stuff. But yeah, as I'm living abroad, I didn't want to splurge on a yoga mat because I probably won't have it forever, and I just want something that can be there so that I can do a home workout when I feel like it or when I schedule it in, and I just roll it out, and then that's my area to work out. It's like just sorted. When you have a mat, it's kind of like, this is my exercise space. That's, if you've got a yoga mat of space, you've got enough space to do a home workout. But yeah, so number 5 for me is a yoga mat. I have this at number 5 because I think that if you need an alternative, there are alternatives. Like, if you have carpet in your house, you can easily just put down a towel, and that should be soft enough to do a lot of workouts. You can also roll up different towels and pillows to do other types of workouts. So as much as for me, I think I like to be able to like roll it out and be like, that's my space, this is my workout, off I go. It's not the most essential, and there are alternatives. But yeah, this is a pretty cheap, this can be a very expensive item, or it can also be a pretty cheap item to get you into the mood for some home workouts. Number 4 for me is a water bottle, which might sound like, why? But I'll tell you. So it is a 450ml glass water bottle that I ordered off Amazon. I can't remember, I think it might have been like €13, so actually a little bit more expensive than the mat. But I ordered this one in particular because I personally love that it has like the little tea thing in it, so you can make like a kind of healthy cold tea. But also I prefer these glass bottles because they're so much easier to clean. And even though, yeah, I'm getting a bit off track at the moment. If you want water bottle recommendations, I recommend getting one that's really open here so that you can clean it really easily. And the glass ones are good because you can throw them in the dishwasher. And also this section, try to pick one where like the rubber bit in here removes and you can clean around that easily. Like, the more open the water bottle is, the less manky it's going to get. That's just like years of experience right there. So I think personally for me, a water bottle is essential because if you have a nice bottle, you always know where it is. Like, yes, you can just pick up like a reuse, like the ones you can get at the, I don't know, the milk bar or whatever that you use a couple of times and then you either lose it or you throw it out or whatever else. It's not as good for the environment, for one. But also, if you have a nice water bottle, you tend to know where it is, you keep it on you, you want to carry it around with you, and it keeps you hydrated, which when you're exercising and you start exercising, something you have to be really conscious about, and I think a lot of people aren't that conscious about. And sometimes if you're a bit dehydrated, and then especially if you're like in Australia or something and you're starting exercising in summer, if you're a bit dehydrated, it actually makes like exercise way harder. So for me, I think number 4 is getting yourself like a decent water bottle that you can just carry with you everywhere. It reminds you to drink water and it keeps you feeling better. And also, if you're gonna start exercising, you might as well just look after your whole body and start drinking more water. It helps everything. Skin, inside, outside. So number 3 for me, might seem super random, but it's not, is these loop resistant bands. And honestly, this is actually the first time I've had to buy them myself because both of my parents are physios and I used to just get given them. So I ordered this 5-pack. For example, they come with like different resistance levels. So this one's like a 4 out of 5. So it's not the toughest one, but I think it's the second toughest one. And they come like this. And these are just, okay, so if you want like a low entry point home workout, so say you're like, I'm gonna go running or walking 3 times a week, but then I also wanna be able to like work on my like abs and strengthening my thighs and like different areas of my body. These are amazing. There are a million different home workouts that you can do with these, especially if you get the varying resistance ones. They're great for like a glute workout. I will actually eventually do a separate video that is just on different workouts that I do with these resistance bands. They're a really cheap way to get some resistance training into your like schedule. Sometimes you just want to commit to exercise first before you go all out. Like I think a lot of people they go all out, they join a gym, they work really hard for the first month and then they kind of give up on it because they either went too hard or they just chose something that's not totally sustainable either financially or like time-wise, whereas this is something that you can do at home when you just have like 5 or 10 minutes free. You can do a different workout, roll out your mat, get these out. It also means if you get these ones, you can build up, so you can start on a lower tension and you can work your way up. I just really love them. And the other thing they're really good for is some rehab. So I mean, if you do have some weak areas and you go to the physio, they're probably going to give you some exercises to work on with these anyway. For me personally, these are a great way of like just having a cheap item that I can have at home and I can like get into some resistance training like that. The other awesome part about it is if you are like me and you do a lot of travel, you can just throw these into your suitcase. Unlike ankle weights or something similar, they aren't going to add any weight to your luggage. They like literally weigh nothing. They're just a piece of rubber. And yeah, you can just throw them in and you can do a hotel workout. Perfect. Super easy. So for me, this is item number 3. So item number 2, sorry for you guys out there, is specific for the women. So item number 2 is getting yourself a good sports bra. So depending on how voluptuous per se you are, this can vary a lot. And I know for like some people this can be more of an expensive purchase than for other people. So I definitely need some support, but maybe less than other people. Out of all the items of fitness clothing that you can buy or need or wear, I literally think that your bra is so important. Like you don't want to be making any sacrifices there. So brands that I can recommend that I've used before, Nike always has some good ones, Adidas, and even though I think they like can be quite expensive, they're still cheaper than a lot of the other fitness brands that are out there. Lululemon have beautiful ones and they range from like yoga style ones to running bras, so you can definitely pick the one that's going to be best for the activity you've decided to do. Who else? Skins do an awesome, if you can splurge on a fitness bra. My Skins bra, I don't actually have anymore because I wore it to death, but it is the best fitness bra that I've ever had, and I really want another one. But yeah, I think if you're not going to feel comfortable and you're not going to feel secure, you're not going to exercise, let's be honest. You can wear any shorts, any t-shirt, you can get away with wearing any singlet or leggings for like at least a period of time until you start getting more serious about exercise. But if you are not protecting your goods, number 1 for me is probably the most expensive thing, but I really think that if you're going to start exercising and you're starting a regime, I'm all about like looking after your body while you exercise. Like exercise is really good for you, but you can also hurt yourself while exercising, especially if you're not really that used to it. So number 1 for me is a good pair of runners. Whether you decide I'm gonna go hiking and you want to get yourself some like kind of cross trainers that are like good for that, or you're going to like join a netball team and you want to get some shoes for that, or you're going to go walking every week, or especially if you're going to start running, I highly recommend going in and getting your feet checked at one of the, I honestly can't remember the name of the place that I got my feet checked, and because my parents are physios, I have that luxury that they help me buy my runners, as in not pay for them, but like help me choose them. What is perfect for my feet is probably not going to be perfect for your feet. So my perfect runner are the Brooks Adrenaline GTS, and these are the 2017 version. They do sometimes change the shape of the shoe, which drives me a little bit crazy, but these have been my like go-to runners, perfect fit for running for years now. I absolutely love them, and since I've been wearing these, I've had so many less problems with injuries over the years. So I highly recommend, if you're going to spend money on something, maybe instead of buying like the fanciest, like flashiest leggings and outfit, like, you know, like you can spend so much money on like sport activewear these days and getting like trendy leggings and tops and things like that. Instead of spending money on that, how about spending money on something that's actually gonna, one, help you train, and two, look after you. Like, look after your feet, look after your legs, look after your knees. Like, this is my top recommendation. I literally think that you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't look after your feet. Especially, like I said, especially if you're going to be running and you're going to be building up to long distances, or if you're not used to running, or if sometimes you're going to have to run on concrete and you can't always run on gravel and grass. You really, really, really need to be careful with what runners you're wearing. And that's coming from a girl who has physio parents and has been running for like the last 15 more years. And just because I'm me, I wanted to give like 2 bonus items. So first of all, I wanted to talk about like activewear watches. So I have the TomTom Spark. I've also got Daniel Sunto Ambit here to show you guys. And they're not in my 5 essential items because there are alternatives to this. Like, you can get an armband and run with your smartphone, and a lot of the tools on it will be the same. For me, I hate running with a phone. I don't like to be distracted by messages. I find it clunky. It's uncomfortable. I don't listen to music when I run, so it's not like something that I need. So this for me is essential. I just find that it keeps me more accountable because I know that people can see on the internet what I've been doing. It gamifies exercise for me, which I was never super into. Like, my dad's always been really into like keeping track of times and distances and things like that. And when I was younger, I just totally didn't get it at all. I was like, whatever, I just run. But as I've gotten older, I found like actually getting into those figures can really encourage me to get out. For me, if you're like, okay, I'm gonna splurge this year on activewear stuff, even before like fancy like leggings and stuff, I would go for this. Like, now you can usually get them if you're mostly like worried about GPS and things like that, and less worried about heart rate and some of the other features. You can get them for $100. I mean, this one is super expensive, and I would never probably justify it for myself. But yeah, this one was about $150 and also a Christmas present. But yeah, definitely that would be one of my bonus items. And my last bonus item is just a roller. And again, this is because once you start exercising a lot and you get sore points, I just love rollers. I should actually also do a roller exercise video at some point. You can buy them pretty cheap on Amazon these days as well. Love a roller. Anyway, that is all the essential items that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love you to subscribe to my channel. It really helps, especially as this is a brand new channel. If you're into travel and things like that, I'll link my other channel down below and you can check those out. But yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this video and that it was useful to you. I'll make sure I link anything that I can below that I've shown today, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!